Why is South Africa's informal sector so dominated by retail activity? Why is there so little manufacturing activity in the microenterprise and informal sector? Where are services? Apart from the taxi industry, where are services? The answers to this question have typically focused on issues such as skills, the supposed lack of entrepreneurship, the historical exclusion of black people from business opportunities, issues of access to credit. I happen to think access to capital is a much more significant constraint. Issue of ease of entry into markets, regulatory barriers, and for co-ops, the additional complexity of collective management. That's where the debate on this issue has focused. What I want to argue here is that while those issues do matter, and they're important to discuss, some of the answers to this issue also lie in understanding the impacts of structural inequality on economic opportunity on the margins. Key legacies of apartheid make inequality in South Africa deeply structural. To refer to these legacies is not to avoid the question of why in 18 years so little has changed in that regard. The fact is that structural inequality has not been removed and in fact is being reproduced in new and complex ways. But that inequality is rooted also in key legacies of the past. And the three key legacies that make inequality so deeply structural is firstly, the structure of the core economy. Highly concentrated, high level of monopoly, increasing levels of vertical integration. That's the first level of structural inequality. The next critical issue is the legacy of spatial inequality, the legacy of the Bantustans, the legacy of apartheid cities. It adds huge economic costs in our economy, and those costs are borne disproportionately by the poor. The third critical level is the continued inequality in relation to all key human development indicators.